Welcome back to the Horizon TV, where we speak to the newsmakers as well as ordinary people doing extraordinary things around the world and featuring the voices at the heart of the conversations. I'm Sumner Sambo. Now, former governor of Nasarawa State and senator representing Western Senatorial District in that state, Abdullah Adamu, was on Saturday unanimously elected the new national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. And the event saw around 5,000 delegates, including President Muhammadu Buhari, in attendance. Adamu was returned elected by Abubakar Badaru, chairman of the election subcommittee of the APC, and governor of Jigawa State, sequel to the voice affirmation by delegates at the convention. Now, in all of this, we've seen the APC trying to present a united front and trying to let Nigerians know that the party is united at the moment. And we've seen lots of party members coming up to ask for reconciliation and then set an agenda for the national chairman and the national working committee that has just emerged. And in all of this, as we're going into the 2023 general election, we are going to be facing the party primaries in a few weeks from now, though some political parties may actually be going towards May before they begin the parties because of the Muslim festival of Ramadan. And the agenda that's been set for the new National Working Committee is for them to ensure that the APC retains power in 2023 through conducting smooth elections, primary elections. Well, to help me take a look at all of these issues, I'm now being joined by Idongesit Ituen, who is a former member of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly and a member of the APC election appeals subcommittee of the convention that just ended. So good to have you, Ituen. Let's talk about the appeal committee. I mean, you started sitting since yesterday after the national convention. Have you been receiving appeals from people who are interested in wanting to challenge those who came out? And what's been the atmosphere like in the party since the national convention ended on Sunday?
Okay, well, thank you very much. First, we're trying to put up a united front in the party as exhibited by the president. And so we're expecting not to have so much of issues because the party came together as a united body, and most of the position will feel by consensus. So apart from one or two, though we've received one or two petitions and we're working on it. And I think what has happened in my party is a big surprise to the opposition party, because they thought that this convention will, there will be some sort of implosion, and maybe the ruling party will not be in a better state to contest the next election. But it's a big surprise. We've come together strongly, and we're coming out more stronger from the convention to be able to see that we retain power and continue with our social programs.
And what sort of agenda are party members actually setting for the new leadership, the new National Working Committee? The party primaries will be coming up for 2023 general election pretty soon from April up until June 3rd. And then, of course, the major focus will be to win the 2023 general election. What other agenda are party members beginning to set for the new NWC?
I think the first, one of the very first thing will be for our party to be organized in a manner that every member will be treated fairly. You know, there was, towards the build-up to this convention, there seems to have been some disagreement. All was pushed towards having a united house. And now we've gotten the ESCO. The ESCO will have to conduct primaries and other affairs of the party equitably and in line with the constitution of our party. So the first agenda is to have a working committee that works in line with the constitution. And two, one that will create a level playing field for all members of the party, especially as we're moving into the congresses. And with the quality of people that have been elected, the national chairman of the party and others, you can see that we're better prepared. A slight division from what we had during the caretaker committee. So
interested indeed.
Yeah.
And now let's talk about you know, the state of APC in the states, because most of the states are having one challenge or the other. We had parallel congresses being organized at some point in time, two chairmen coming out. Tell us the situation Akwa Ibom State, if you're one of those states, and how you're settling. I mean, Senator John Akwa was being accused at a point in time of trying to actually put the party in his pocket, according to his traducers. But we saw the former governor of the state and Minister what's it called, Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, trying to actually put up a front and so on. What's the state of APC in Akwa Ibom State at the moment?
I want to appreciate the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs and the former governor of Akwa Ibom, Chief Godswill Akpabio, for coming out as a leader, trying to put the two various factions together. If you could recall, during the congresses, he attended the two congresses, the one that was being conducted by the Panudoede's faction and the other one that being conducted by the one that is now recognized by the court. So he attended the two and urged everybody to come together as a united family. But the only problem we had then was that the former national secretary was interested in running for governorship.
Yeah, so isn't he still interested, despite the fact that he's no longer national secretary?
As at then, you know, we're moving towards the congresses. So it was like an ample opportunity for him to be able to put the structures in his pocket. But then, like I said, when I had interviewed some months back, the quality of people who have joined the party and those who are within, there's no way he could have done that. So the point we are now, we have a leadership of the party that is recognized by the court. And then everybody is coming together now to create an alternative in my state, because what we are witnessing in Akwa Ibom is one of the richest states in Nigeria, but the level of hunger and poverty is so high. So people are actually looking for a stabilized opposition that will be able to create an alternative. So the former national secretary, yes, did not give us that opportunity because he was pushing it towards having a structure that will railroad him into the governorship. But this is a different ball game now. We're coming out of the convention stronger. We're coming out with a new chairman, a younger person that is ready to bring everybody together to be able to win Akwa Ibom for the APC. And
you think that the APC can withstand Governor Emmanuel Udom and his party, the PDP?
Surely,
considering the resources that they've had, the structures that they've put in place, because APC hasn't been so strong like that in your state. And well, why would you want to also displace Akwa Udom, who brought the party to the state?
You know, it's not about bringing the party to the state, because even if you bring a party, other people will also join the party. He did not bring the ACN. Other people brought ACN that made metamorphose into APC today, and he also joined them. So even if you are to form a political party, you must give your friends and your brother an opportunity to join the party. You understand? And when people come together, you must also allow the majority of the people to have a say, to have their way while you have your say. So no matter what, political party participation is guaranteed by the Constitution, irrespective of who formed the political party. Once majority of the members says this is what is good for them, in line with the Constitution, you have to respect that. So at this point, majority of the people are saying, let's have a younger, much more younger person, much more intelligent person that will be able to confront the PDP. Like you said earlier, if we will be able to confront the PDP in my state, fine, we will. Number one, the PDP is strong and rich because they have resources. But that resources has not been translated into the welfare of the people. Unemployment is so high, hunger everywhere, unemployability, so it will be quite easy for us. And number two, the governor, who is the leader of the PDP in my state, has come up with a preferred candidate that is almost rejected. Yes, that's almost rejected by 90% of the party followers. So this is the better time for us to be more organized, to be able to take advantage.
Including his chief of staff rising against him, he had to replace the chief of staff.
You are speaking as if you are from my state.
Yeah, I mean, I've been following the politics there. But let's talk about Godswill Akpabio. Does he have the enormous capability to be able to unite APC members to defeat the PDP in Akwa Ibom?
He has a lot of. This is one man that is loved by all, irrespective of political platform. You know, when he was in office, he did well for the people of Akwa Ibom State.
Yeah, but under the PDP. So
yes, under the PDP.
You think he knows the tricks enough of the PDP to be able to defeat them?
But the problem we're having is that the party needs to be stabilized first. You need to have a stable platform where the leader of the party will be able to put members of the party together and go to war. So we didn't have that united, stable house. But now we're moving towards that. And I want to appeal to all members of our party at this point, let us share our swords and then come together as a united family. Because already our people are yearning for alternative. If you go to the street of Uyo, you will feel it. You can feel it. That people want a government that will be able to care for them. We are moving into an era of social governance where the successes of a government can only be measured by the welfare of the people. You can't say you've succeeded when there's no healthcare. You can't say you've succeeded when the people have no, they cannot access good education. You cannot say you've succeeded when majority of the graduates are roaming the street.
Yeah, but the government says it's doing so much. I mean,
not so much has been done. I can, you know,
employment and job creation agencies that have been set up by the governor and all of that, all to make sure that, you know, he cushions the effect of.
No, that is not happening. Some of these things are just media. And so when you have money to be able to access the big media stations, you can say all what you have.
Okay.
But like I said, once you step your feet into, you can feel what I'm telling you.
Now, let's talk about the APC in the South-South. What chances do you think that the APC stands in displacing the PDP in the South-South? Because PDP has always had, you know, a grip of the South-South. Very quickly as we try to run.
Well, because they've been around for a very long time. I was a member of the PDP. I was a state executive member of the PDP. Then I was also a local government chairman and a member of the House of Assembly. So I know that they've got some structures. But then the South Side is a very rich section of Nigeria. But this wealth has not been reflected on the people. That's just the very important aspect of it. So the opposition now, what I may call APC in some of these states, they do have opportunity now to show, to come on board, because you know, with the signing of the electoral bill, it will be quite difficult for the sitting government in some of these South states to use money to buy votes, because what they do is to come out at the dime minute and pull money to these very poor people and try to buy them over. So we are going to campaign deeply. The APC in the South stand a lot of better chance to be able to displace them if we put our acts together. And
we just sure hope that your leaders will put themselves together, because
that's
you
what
have the issue of who is the leader of the APC in the South being a challenge, whether it's Godswill Akpabio or Rotimi Amechi or the deputy president of the Senate and all of that.
I know.
But what sort of unity do you think that the South presented at the last APC convention?
It was very smooth. In fact, it was surprising.
Yeah, because I was even shocked with you guys all having consensus without having so much problem, except for the issue of the national women leader and a few zonal positions until that had to be resolved.
Well, the issue of the national woman leader was, you know, women, there's a way they operate, and one of them was actually involved in mobilizing the women for a very long time in the party, while the other just decamped with the former governor to join. You see, so there was this, the new person. There was this disagreement. Will the new person be able to know those that were working? And, you know, so that was, I think, the disagreement was on how to be able to carry women along. But other than that, the Southside leaders did well. They were able to come together. You saw the list, Kwabio sign, Amechi sign, and all of them were able to come together too. This shows that they are preparing their house. Okay. The issue of leadership, I think, is an evolving thing. With time, it will evolve.
All right, we must thank you so much. Idongesit Ituen. Ituen is a former member of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, a former local government chairman, and a member of the APC National Convention Planning Committee that's serving in the Appeals Committee, which is still going on with its function at the moment. We must thank you for being here.